You buy a Ford Galaxy focusing on practicality, but this large 7-seater MPV has many other virtues in this much improved 4th generation guise. There's class-leading refinement, advanced driver assistance technologies, and versatile interior innovations that'll make family life easier. Plus a much more efficient engine range that could see you running one of these with the kind of frugality and cleanliness you'd expect from a conventional medium-range estate. One thing hasn't changed though. Unlike more compact 7-seat models, adults can sit comfortably in the third row. A Galaxy should, after all, prioritise space. It still does.
This Mark IV Galaxy model adopts the more comfort-orientated platform used on the 4th generation Mondeo, so it's a touch softer and more relaxing to drive than before, with redesigned electrically assisted steering that's more efficient but isn't quite as feelsome as the previous hydraulic setup. This is still, though, one of the better large MPVs to drive. Intentionally, Ford hasn't replicated here quite the dynamic sharpness that you get in their comparably sized S-Max MPV, but the car still shrinks around you in a very Mondeo-like manner, making it seem less bulky than it actually is. The new integral link rear suspension helps in this regard, as does the torque vectoring system that likely breaks the inside front wheel through the tight bends, sharpening turn-in and ensuring that all that power gets down onto the tarmac. Onto the rejuvenated engine range. Ford is continuing to offer some petrol options that now use SCTI EcoBoost technology, a 160 PS 1.5 litre unit and a 240 PS 2 litre power plant, but almost all buyers will ignore those and opt for one of the 2 litre TDCI diesels. The 120, 150 and 180 PS variants of this unit can record 56.5 miles per gallon on the combined cycle and 129 grams per kilometre of CO2, while at the top of the range there's a 210 PS bi-turbo TDCI variant that is nearly as clean and frugal. Whichever unit you choose, you can mate it to a lot of clever technology, including a speed limiter that automatically adjusts to road signs, a glare-free high beam system and the option of intelligent all-wheel drive. You wouldn't expect this 4th generation Galaxy to look especially dynamic. Ford does, after all, offer a comparably sized S-Max MPV, if that's what you want. It should, though, appear modern and purposeful, or, to use Ford's terminology, contemporary and sophisticated. And most potential buyers will probably think that it does. So, time to take a seat behind the wheel. Now, that vast glass area I was talking about combines with these slim windscreen pillars to create excellent all-round visibility. Plus, it's easy to find the ideal driving position thanks to the considerable amount of seat and wheel adjustment provided, and the way that the headrests go forward and back as well as up and down. Ahead of you, through the leather-trimmed 3-spoke multifunction steering wheel, there's a clear and classy instrument cluster that, in mid and upper range models, gives you this sophisticated 10.1-inch TFT setup made up of various inset multifunction displays. Anything that this setup can't tell you will probably be covered by the feature that on all models dominates the centre of the dash, the 8-inch Sync 3 colour touchscreen, there to play its part in reducing button clutter and giving the cabin a cleaner, smarter feel. Time to move rearwards. So we'll start in this middle row. Here you'll find that the 3 individual seats provided do most of what MPV buyers would expect them to do, sliding back and forth and reclining for greater comfort on longer journeys. Let's check out the third row, now a little more easily accessible thanks to both a recessed floor design and this easy entry one-touch mechanism that tilts and slides the seat forward, up and out of your way. It's at this point that you'll cash in on this car's extra size. The boxy shape delivers significantly more headroom than you get in an S-Max. As a result, in a Galaxy, you can use the seats back here for adults on longer trips. So, on to boot space. When all the seats are upright in this Galaxy, you get 300 litres to play with, 15 litres more than is provided by the S-Max. In this Ford, these extra rearmost seats fold neatly into the floor, and they can do so with electrical assistance. Once these chairs are retracted, up to 1,301 litres of space is freed up, 336 litres more than you get in an S-Max, and it can be covered by this useful reversible foldable loading mat that comes as part of that family pack I mentioned earlier. For ultimate carriage capacity, you can, of course, fold forward the individual middle row chairs. Now, in all Galaxy models, these seats are flattened electrically, and once you've got used to it, it's a rather nice feature to have, which makes it a little annoying that you'll always have to raise them back up again manually. Anyway, once the middle row is flat, it frees up a vast area, 2,339 litres in size. When you consider the kinds of buyers who actually go out and purchase big 7-seat MPVs and the things they actually need, you could easily make a case for this considerably improved fourth-generation Ford Galaxy being a better car than its S-Max sister vehicle. Where the sportily styled S-Max majors on combining driving vigour with MPV practicality, this Galaxy just gets on with the job in hand, that of fulfilling the traditional people-carrying role. It's immensely practical, very well built, and it still drives better than most of its rivals. To replicate this car's handling, you'd need something smaller. To match or beat its practicality and space, you'd need something more ponderous to drive. It is, in short, a very complete proposition indeed, or as Ford puts it, a first-class way to travel.